Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. She didn't run away screaming.
Can be between 10,000 to 100,000.
Wow.
You say yes or no, you don't deal.
Okay.
I loved your basement, man.
Great.
Yeah.
I thought you said you love me, that's it, but that's okay.
Wow, there's stuff everywhere.
Holy.
You are hurting me, man.
You almost had me crying there for a minute.
But I'm worried.
I'm Scott Cousins,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and bars. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
I went to the Habs game last night.
I used to be a huge fan of Jean Beliveau when I was a kid.
What was your nickname when you played hockey?
Goldilocks, because I had long hair like this.
Somebody tagged you?
It was more important for me to have girlfriends than it was to have short hair. So now that we know what people called me, what was your nickname?
Well, at the frat house at university, I was known as Schmucker. We're in the Eastern Townships of Quebec, east and south of Montreal.
On our way to Scottstown. There it is, 26K.
We're off the beaten path, and that's a good thing for a pick. It's an old, established area, lots of old farms. We're going to see Miriam and Mark. She's been collecting apparently for 15 years, but I know she wants to sell. Here we go.
Okay, yeah, that looks like it. This is
Gates.
it right here.
Yeah.
Hello.
How are you? Scott, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Mark. Okay, I'm Sheldon. Okay.
I redo all my studies in Montreal as historian. I like the New France period, 200 years ago. I like the style, the furniture, the way of living, everything.
So why are you selling?
We become old. I have a son of 26 years, and he don't care about antiques at all.
There's a certain segment of today's young people that just don't care about this old stuff. So that's good for us because it means that there's not a family member laying in the weeds putting a claim to all the good pieces.
Yeah, we have a very old loom.
Wow.
From the 17th century from Quebec, in the township area. It's very a museum piece.
Yeah.
So how did you come about it?
I was visiting a farmer, and I was in a barn, and it was all in pieces. And he says he's going to burn it next week.
Oh, no.
To burn it.
I
Firewood?
say I take all the parts and I take it.
What would something like this sell for?
An evaluator told me it can be between 10,000 to 100,000.
Wow.
There's no price about it.
What would you ever compare it to? There'd be so
Yeah.
few.
We'll never see another one, so we may as well find out what it would cost to buy this one.
The minimum I would sell is 5,000.
No doubt it's worth every penny,
And more.
Yeah.
but to a museum, not to a couple of pickers.
Right. Is this an old primitive shingle maker for
Yeah,
wood
exactly.
shingles?
It's an old one from 1900.
Right?
Also from the area.
I
It's
love
really original and is in good condition.
How did you get this?
Also by farmers.
Farmers.
And you see the mark of the hammer or any tool was used to do
Oh,
it,
yeah.
to cut it. It's make it very original.
Miriam, what would you want for the shingle
The
bench?
evaluation was around $200.
It's a nice thing.
It's interesting, isn't it?
I love it, but I'm taking it out west where nobody made shingles out of wood out there. So I want to try and keep myself into that for the least amount of money possible.
Now, are you negotiable? Because I love this piece. It's so primitive.
Well, let's see what else they got. First.
I'd like to strike up a deal. I love doing a quick buy. The game is on.
What is your offer?
Could we pay you $100 for that?
I will go to 125. Is that all right?
Your call.
Well, let's get the ball rolling. 125 sold.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we go inside your house and see some more?
When somebody's got that in their porch,
Let's go.
you know they're going to have something good in the house.
So we have a lot of primitive here for you.
Yes.
This is a mysterious piece.
Yes, it is, isn't it? And a little tiny bit of the original paint left on them.
It's a very nice piece.
It's a mystery piece, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
I believe it to be American. Miriam thought it was American as well.
With the hat, it's look part of the American story, according to the hat.
Where would you have found this?
In a farmer's place, in a barn.
Everything's from a farmer's place in a barn.
Which way is the barn? Where do we go? Miriam writes for a farm magazine, and she would travel the countryside from farm to farm. She'd ask if they had things they wanted to dispose of in the barns, and that's how she got most of the pieces.
Are you interested?
I think I am. What do you say, Miriam?
For the price?
Yes.
$300.
To me, that's a retail, maybe even beyond. He's a little bit dear for resale.
If I actually knew what it was, then I might be able to figure out, do I have a market for that or don't I?
It could be a decorative piece also somewhere.
Well, I'll make you an offer. I'd say $100.
I think about it.
Okay? I'll let this stout gentleman rest
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Maybe it gets packaged with another item. Maybe we come back to it and buy it at 100. Maybe there's some room to maneuver.
Now, this
Oh, that is a big piece. The,
big piece.
The
It's a
cigar
little
malt.
piece.
It was to make cigars. So you put the plant inside.
You'd wrap it in the
Yeah,
leaves,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
right?
yeah. In good condition, excellent condition.
Really, nothing's chipped or broken really
No.
off of it at all. You could still make cigars.
Yes.
Or maybe something a little more nefarious than
yeah.
that. and what are you asking for that?
That is a big piece.
And of course, big piece for her means big money. I'm still curious what you're asking for
It's
it.
$500.
Oh. I think I'm just going to leave that for now and work my way in here. Sure.
Yeah, go ahead. That is a big piece.
I always touch big pieces. I'm not sure if it's because she thought I had a good eye or she thought I was an easy mark. What is it? It looks like it's got something
It's
to do
a
with
sugar
maple
malt.
syrup.
It is beginning 1800.
How come it's got a price on it? That's what I want to know. Do you have like this open as a shop
No,
or something?
no, in the past, but we don't. We are
How
no
long
more.
ago?
3-4 years ago.
Okay. The bad thing is, it was an antique store and she knows what she's doing. The good thing is, we can really bargain with her because she's in the biz. And when you're in the biz, fair game. Let's see how good your memory is. How much is it?
It was evaluated at 9,000.
Wow. Well, that is a big piece.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm putting that back.
Yeah.
Good enough.
What about this cabinet here? Is that a big piece?
No.
Can I take a closer
Oh,
look at
go
the
ahead.
cabinet?
Go ahead.
Sure.
It's an old cabinet from 1800. At that time, it was beef blood.
So when you say
Made by
beef
the
blood,
farmer.
that's what they mixed up with something to paint?
Yeah.
It's original, it's primitive, perfect size. Anyone would love to have that in their house.
I found it in a farm. It was in pieces. We have to rebuild it completely.
This is a homemade piece, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
70,
It's early.
1850, 1870?
It's an early, yes.
Yeah. You know what I like, Scott? I like the fact that it's truly been sitting on the
Oh,
floor.
everything's rotted right off of it.
Yeah.
The back is all right. The
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
is
But
good.
can I take a peek at the back?
Of course.
It's warm in here. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun.
That's right, sure.
It looks just what I'm looking for. It looks right. It's planked, it's primitive. Nobody's messed around with it other than maybe just
No.
pieced it back together.
Yeah, exactly. Are you interested?
It's so
It's
primitive,
very
I love
primitive,
it.
yeah.
Exactly.
I would say it's, sincerely, it's $400.
That was a good price. But I knew because she's in the biz, I could try and negotiate with her. I'd be happier at too. She didn't run away screaming when I did that.
300?
250.
250 sold.
Sold. Excellent.
Mark, he's a little more enthusiastic about selling these things than Miriam is. Miriam, perhaps you want to make us some coffee. We're going to deal here with Mark.
Now, just before we leave this space, what can you tell me about this?
That is an old farmer's cupboard.
armoires. what we
Armoire,
call
yes.
them. Now we got the red one out of the way and we realized that, hey, she's not too bad on that type of thing. So I thought I'd take a run at her on the green piece. No skeletons in the closet?
No, a lot of books. Antique
Wow.
books.
If we buy that baby, it's going to take a while to empty it.
No, it's go quick, don't worry. That was used in their kitchen.
It's like a jam cupboard, except an extra big one.
Exactly.
How much do you want for it? Oh, she gulped.
No,
Mark, get back here.
Okay, I'm
No,
here,
no,
I'm
no.
Here, I'm here.
no, no.
Is this a big piece or an ordinary piece?
But it's a big piece.
I would say 8's what I'd be prepared to pay for that.
That's what
You
we
mean
need.
800?
800. That's what we need to pay to sell it, because we're probably going to price it at 14, sell it for 12.
900?
How about 850?
Fair.
Done.
How easy that was.
I'm noticing that Mark he's piping in. Mark, Scott.
I keep forgetting to
Oh,
talk.
he's
I should
so
be
easy.
talking to you.
Mark is your best friend.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mark and Miriam are so different, but they're so much fun together. She's Parisian French. He's sort of a guy from the neighborhood.
Miriam is the negotiator.
Yes, because I'm a tough person.
Exactly.
Let's see what you got in this room here.
Right in.
Wow, there's things everywhere, Scott.
There are.
That is a very old desk also. Fine desk. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's just a classic. I know Scott really loves nature, naturalistic things, and I thought, well, here's a beaver with a corn cob.
I didn't know beavers ate corn. Now, where's his tail? It's a muskrat. It isn't a beaver.
No, it's not a beaver. It's a dog of the prairie.
Yeah, it's a big groundhog.
It's
They
a
got teeth on it.
prairie dog. It's the Texas prairie dog.
It is really bad, but it's big. And if you can't make it good, make it big.
I cannot sell under $50.
I can say I've never seen him before. not that often, never before.
I'd be okay if we said we won't see him again.
Yeah, I would be too, but you know what? We might have to have him for a mascot.
Oh, no.
So, are you serious? Like 50's the rock bottom?
Yeah. He's a special.
40 bucks.
He's like he's
Okay, so.
deal.
That was easy.
You killed me! I was gonna go no deal. She got me in a moment of weakness. He's worth about $2, right? But the look on Sheldon's face was worth every cent of that 40 bucks. He's riding in your seat, buddy.
And I'm hitchhiking.
You don't like Skippy?
I like Skippy. I just didn't have him in mind for our mascot.
I see a whole bunch of little ducks all over the place.
Yes, antiques one in wood.
These were good old working decoys, and the quantity makes them very desirable.
What is your bargain price on a flight of ducks?
400 altogether.
That's a good deal.
No, but don't look this.
$395
Yeah.
per duck. My heart can't take much more of this. Ducks are not the hottest thing going these days, right? But I think we could do 300 for a flight of ducks.
Deal.
See, there was a good.
Miriam, I like the way you just made a decision. What'd you find, Scott?
Well, it's an old photo album of some sort, and I think it's got cards in it.
Yeah, the cards are from 1900.
So what would a book like this be worth to you? See,
What will you offer me?
well, for me to buy that book, I'd have to buy it no more than $100.
Scott offered you 100. We left this little Porteous fellow sitting here. I'd offer you 100 for him, so that's $200.
I would say I'm going to negotiate.
Not this.
No.
Not that one. No, please.
I was surprised Mark actually stepped in and said, whoa! Normally he was stepping in and going, yeah! Are you telling me you don't want to sell this?
Because actually, I think it's more valuable. It's a good piece.
I think it's a good piece too.
It's a very good piece.
But if it's 300 retail, we got to buy it for less to sell it, right?
250 for the two-piece.
Are we going to create a marital disturbance
No,
here?
don't.
No. Okay, go ahead.
250. Done.
when you're married, the woman's a boss, so I'll let
I
her
think,
do.
no, I am the
Yes.
one who negotiates generally.
And there's a cabinet in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Miriam had mentioned another primitive piece in the kitchen. Ah, the blue room.
Ah, there's the cupboard you're talking about.
That is an old cupboard from the farmers too. Original colors.
It was blue, which is good. It was big, which is not good. Looks like it's been rehinged a couple times.
We have to ask
The price?
the price. But I'd like to ask Mark.
You don't want to stop.
He's a man.
I don't
My
think
wife
Yes,
is a
Ben,
boss.
speak a
He's
lot.
the boss.
You're a wise man, Mark.
They keep it good. Yes.
Now, what can you offer me?
I would say $500 would be the most I'd ever spend for a piece like this.
$500 a deal.
You sure?
Wow.
Where you put all the stuff?
A, I was shocked at how big an offer Sheldon made on it. And B, I was shocked that she took it. And you can't bug me about Skippy anymore, buddy.
I'd say we're done and we probably have one piece of furniture on the roof.
What a day, what a pick. Great, great people. I can hold it. Nope, we're good, we're good.
Don't get a hernia.
That was a great
Thank you very
time.
much.
Enjoyed
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Merci.
Thank you.
You're a hard bargainer,
Yeah.
but he's not.
No, I know that. So I think I get a good deal and they get a good deal.
Bonne chance.
Yes, Beauchamp.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I enjoy their company.
And we invite them to come back.
Hey, Skippy. Well, that was a lot of fun.
What a great couple.
They were a great couple.
Yeah.
They had some fun things.
Yeah.
She was really fun to negotiate with.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you never knew she was bluffing you, right? Because when I said 40 on Skippy, she said I couldn't sell them for less than 50. I said 40, and she had her hand out, done, quick. So I think we're pretty darn close here.
Yeah, we're going for a pick in the Eastern Townships of Quebec, one of the oldest parts of the province. And we're going to see Guy. He's got all sorts of everything. Supposedly a barn full of stuff. This could be our guy right
There's
here.
a barn.
Yeah.
I think this is the place. Oh. Oh, look, he's got advertising signs. Everything, everywhere. Man, there is a pile of stuff.
Here's your red
here.
Indian sign.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
And there's stuff spilling out the sides.
Wow.
You'd be Guy.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Great, I'm Sheldon.
Pleased to meet you.
And Scott.
How are you?
So how does one guy accumulate this much stuff?
Auctions and garage sales and knowing a lot of people. My father and mother used to collect antiques and go to auctions, and they used to bring me there when I was a kid. I was hoping someday I'd be able to go to auctions myself, which I ended up doing a little bit. There's a few treasures here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you suggest we start? You're leading us this way?
Why
Let's head
not?
to the garage.
I'm gonna walk between the gas pumps. Wow. There's stuff everywhere.
Holy.
I can't keep it all, and I've decided to let some stuff go. I know there's more out there, and the fun is to find it, buy it, and find a new home for it after.
Look at that Molson's banner. Ah, la vie c'est bon moment. And look, he's got the big trout with a fly. I don't think that's particularly old. Guy, you'd help us with that.
I'd say 50s, 60s.
Look good in a fishing lodge, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
When it's up high like that, does that mean it's not for sale?
No, sometimes it's for sale.
It looks like it's fairly complete.
Yes.
But I can see it's got a little bit of a ripple. It's had a
Yeah,
little bit
exactly.
of moisture. What would you want for that?
$200, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's got a chunk right out of it here. It's had some water damage on this end of it. I still liked it, but I wasn't gonna think about making an offer on it unless we couldn't find anything else to buy. Wow. I can get you out of bed with that in the morning.
Yeah, that'd be good. Except it's me getting you out of bed. Guy had a fire alarm box.
It's an old one.
What's it gonna take to send that one to the prairies?
I bought that at a dealer So I need about $450 for that.
Whoa.
He had paid a lot of money.
I've got $350 into it.
Yeah.
And he overpays because he loves it so much. If you had the right buyer for it, you might take a step on it. I just don't know if we got the right buyer.
But there's lots to look at, so let's continue.
I see you had a big red Indian sign out there.
Yeah.
Do you have any that are in a little better shape?
Right over here.
Wow. Now that is a killer.
And he went on a post to tell you, of course, to keep to the right. There's a Red Indian gas station up ahead. And it dates back in the 30s.
Red Indian, of all the oil and gas collectibles, is king of the castle. Absolutely killer image. I'm guessing you've been offered a lot of zeros for that.
Yeah, that's not for sale.
Guy wants good dollars for his stuff. I'd like to look at that. So I'm now switching gears and I'm saying, okay, now I'm gonna go after the rare and the mint. Up on the shelf, I spotted an Anarco tin and a Mazda lights display case, automobile lamps. The Anarco, that's a rare one. I've not seen that one before. Got the guy on it.
Exactly.
That makes all the
Little boy.
difference,
Exactly.
right? The Mazda light was in pretty well mint condition. It's an old store display would have sat in the auto shop, right?
Yep.
And it's got the little lamps in there.
That's right.
A lot of people will use these for displaying stuff in, right?
Right, right.
What would you want for the Mazda lamp?
$250.
And what would you want for the Anarco tin?
80.
If I took both of them, could you give me a bit of a break?
250, 80.
How about 275 for the pair?
No, I can't.
What can you do?
320 for the.
You're taking the 10 bucks
I'm
off.
taking the whole $10 off the can.
You are hurting me, man.
Let's go look at the little garage. I'm worried. Guy wasn't bending at all on his prices.
You wouldn't do 300, eh? How about 310?
Okay.
I'll take that.
Everything has a value, and I try and evaluate it for what it's worth.
Is this one any warmer?
Not really.
Is that a boat prow or something?
Yep.
It's got some design
Got
to
some
it.
design. I wanted to use it as a light.
Now, just out of curiosity, if I was going to decide I wanted to have a stupid-looking lamp,
Yep.
what would you charge me for that?
The 150.
Whoa, that seems like a lot. Sheldon's frustrated. Guy's not coming down at all on his prices.
When I give a price, I expect to sell it for that price. I just don't want to negotiate too much.
You got an ice cream sign here. What about it?
It's very good condition.
It is in good condition. What would you be looking for out of this one?
250.
Are you going to leave me some meat on the bone, Guy? Or are you going to give me a bit of a deal? I got to sell it, remember. I'm not a collector, I'm a seller.
2.25.
I like the condition.
Excellent condition.
But where we're coming from, English over French, pretty much every time.
Send it off to Mont Tremblant where it belongs.
It's red, Sheldon. We're playing good cop, bad cop. 2.25, done.
That's good. The ball is rolling.
You almost had me crying there for a minute.
Are we going in here?
Yep, go right in.
Whoa, wow.
You got some stuff here.
Holy.
Geez, I've got the pair for this one. 20 bucks?
25?
18?
20's fine.
Done! I won one! Sheldon, I won one!
I think we should move along. There's probably another barn to be had.
It never ends, does it? Never ends. My goodness.
I know what my friend Scott would say. He'd say, you're a sick man. The barn's huge, and it's chock-a-block full of stuff. Check this out. Whoa! What was this, G?
Part of a sign, a trade sign or...
Wrought iron. Looks
Yeah.
like it's from the Art Nouveau period.
Would you part with it, Guy?
Yes, I would. $50?
Take 30?
No.
40.
40.
Sold.
Does this work?
Yes, oh yes it does.
It helped that he understood that I liked what he liked.
Isn't that nostalgia at its finest?
What would you want for this wonderful piece of 1970s decor?
I go $100.
I'd pay that much for somebody to take it away, but that's okay. Deal on it, Scott.
I haven't seen this one before, so I'm gonna offer you 50 bucks on it.
The best I can do is 75.
Well, you know, that's the best bubble one I've seen, so I'm gonna take your 75. Much to my partner's chagrin.
Negotiating was a lot of fun.
Do I have to shake on it? You gotta love this fella.
Voyageur, what's the story?
That's a Labatt 50 advertising. It was used at the entrance coming in a hotel. You know, come on in and have a 50.
So what would your price be on something like that, Guy?
I can go 275.
And where did the number come from, 275?
I had no idea.
At least you're honest.
You got a little guy out front. What would you do if we packaged the two of them together?
I can go 350
For the pair?
for the pair.
It's your call.
Any room to move? 300? 300 for the pair?
3 1/4.
3 1/4, done. See, look at him, Shell. He's a little rough, but, you know, he's still a cool little guy. Anything advertising is good and popular. Anybody that collects liquor memorabilia, beer memorabilia, is gonna wanna have that piece.
Is there any story behind the beaver?
My friend loves beavers. Sheldon's never met a beaver he doesn't like. You buy every beaver we see.
What would you want for him?
$40?
I was kind of thinking 20. How about we split the
I
difference?
go, yeah, 30?
30 it is, done.
That's fair. Thank you.
He's turned. That's good. The ball is rolling.
Looks like it's 1940s Miami Beach.
$10.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. We got a deal.
How's 50?
50's fine.
Done.
Thank you.
Can we do 100? Perfect.
Thank you.
What would you need for a float?
40? $40?
I was thinking 20.
Do you know what it is? It's the top of a barber pole.
It's not a buoy?
Store advertising, I think.
I don't know, but we'll get back to it.
Oh, wow. I immediately saw the Butterick store display. Sheldon, come look at this. Killer piece, all wood, great advertising.
Here's Butterick himself as well. Nice to have the sign along with it.
What would you want for the cabinet and the sign?
200 for the sign and 500 for the cabinet.
It's nice.
Guy, do you have any room in this?
650.
Given all the stuff we bought, could you do 600 for the pair?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Merci.
Okay, let's get out of here and get that van loaded up. I had to bring it out just to look at it one more time. And I still think that was top of barber pole.
You guys seem to like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Put it in the truck.
Oh, you're a gentleman. All right, let's go. I'm going.
Thanks, Guy. In the end, that was a really good day.
We could have spent a lot more time and a lot more money there. The last time I think we picked from dusk till dawn.
Hey, thanks, Guy.
Thank you.
Next time we bring the semi, we load her up.
You could go back here every year and you'll see a lot of new stuff. Thank
Bonne
you.
chance, mon ami.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Bonne chance. Take care. Bye-bye.
Real happy with today.
Guy was a good guy.
We walked away with some mint things and some really unusual things.
We have a relationship. We'll do business with him again.
So what can you tell me about Sherbrooke?
Oh, we're right here in the heart of the Eastern Townships of Quebec. They made a lot of furniture here in the 20s and 30s and 40s. Down the road here, Jean-Pierre apparently has a 10-room house.
Wow, that's a big house.
Yeah, big house, and he's the ultimate garage sailor.
Ooh, that could be interesting, you know.
Yeah. now wants to sell a lot of this stuff that he's been garage sailing for years.
Wow.
So who knows what we're gonna see.
If you've got a 10-room house, it's going to be one of these.
I think we're close. Nice old Victorian.
I think it's right here.
As we approach JP's house, oh yeah, it's gorgeous. It's an old Victorian. This should be exciting.
I'm always excited to get into a guy's place that's been doing it for a long, long time, lives in an old house. I'm looking forward to it. I love the deck, too.
Yes.
Hey, bon matin.
You must be Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
Yes?
You're interested in antiques?
Well, I'm passionate on antiques.
I know we're in for a good day, because this guy's a picker. You can see it in the way he looks, the way he dresses.
That's why I'm in. The house is old and everything inside is old.
We'd love to see what you got.
Okay, come in.
Yeah. As we walked in, there was stuff everywhere, and it looked good.
When I see antiques in the newspaper, I run to be the first there and try to hunt these antique things and get them.
There's a ton of stuff I want to buy, and hopefully the prices are right. See, you got a pickle jar there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's pull it out and take a look at it. On a table is an advertising jar, pickle jar. This is probably a jar that would have come over from England, filled with pickles, or it would have been sent here and then you filled it with pickles here.
I believe you because most people here were British.
Hey.
You like pickles or you like jars?
I like advertising. What would you want for something like that?
I don't remember how much I paid that. I bought that many years ago. I would say like 50 bucks.
Is that what you priced it at, 69?
Yeah.
I'm noticing that JP's got prices on a lot of things. He sells mostly to dealers. The odd time the public will come in and either buy or sell to him. How about 40 bucks? Got a deal.
Okay.
First sale of the day. Really fair price on that, so I know we can deal with this guy.
Hey, I like the washstand that it's
Yeah.
sitting on. That's kind of an interesting piece of Canadiana.
Yeah.
Probably had a harp or a little backsplash on it.
Yeah, that's what they call that backslash.
But it's kind of nice. It's nice, clean oak. What would you want for that?
I don't know, $100?
Could we say 75?
Okay.
75, done.
Okay. Great. Well, I have a few things downstairs. Want to get a look?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. We feel privileged when we get into
Well,
somebody's
that's okay.
attic or their
Yeah.
basement. Can I look through the snowshoes?
Yeah, you can.
There's enough snowshoes here to do all of southern Alberta. Everybody gets a pair.
Sheldon is picking the cream of the crop out of them. This one looks like really old. You can tell the thinness of the wood and the thinness of the gut. Turn of the century, 1920. These ones are not that old, but they're an oddball shape, aren't they? Those would be the 50s, 60s.
Those were native-made snowshoes, decorative. They're for the cabin. They're the look. The old babiche is what people want. Looks like we got 3 pairs and an orphan. What would it take to buy them all, Jean-Pierre?
The whole?
Yeah.
I was thinking about like average price for each $50. That's $150 for the 3.
How about 130? And we throw in the orphan.
Pay me. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I love your basement, man.
Great.
Yeah.
I thought you said you love me. That's it, but
No,
that's
no.
okay.
I like
We
your
love
basement.
you, too.
Okay.
We're picking from the picker. It doesn't get any better than that.
We're getting the best of what he's got.
That's a piano tool.
Revolving top, so you can go up and down. It can be either used with a pump organ or a piano. I always like the glass ball in the feet.
Those are nice.
Yeah. The unusual part is this one has a back, and that's much more rare. What would you want for something like that?
Oh, big piece,
I
big
got the
piece.
whistle.
Usually I restore them,
Yeah.
and then I get a better price. When they're restored, I get like $175,
How much do you sell them for in the rough?
$100.
Your call, bud.
$100?
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
This looks like a piece, what we would call trench art, even though it's not necessarily made in the trenches, but that whole genre of items that they made out of shells or military pieces has come to be called trench art. It's quite cool because he's married a lamp base with eagles on it, married it to a shell. In the First World War, generally it was done in the trenches, so people only had very crude implements and they would be very folky and crude looking. Later on, They call it trench art, but this was made in a factory. When I say a factory, though, I mean like on a base, an army base or something.
Okay.
He would have had an old shell, and he would have probably been somebody that was in the machining business before the war, and he just made something that was cool. One of the reasons I got a soft spot for trench art is because I have at home from my great-grandmother's estate a piece of trench art that her husband carved in the trenches in France and sent home to her.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what would you sell that for?
My price I thought was 125, but, you know, this one is dealable.
I think a good price for us to pay for it, to let us make a little bit of money, is 75 bucks.
Deal.
Excellent.
This time, I say deal.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Scott and Sheldon, they're like me, passionate guys. I said, that's the guy I can show things, and they will appreciate that.
What do you think? We take a look on the other side here?
If you want, yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, look at this room.
Wow, that's a wild chair, isn't it? It's both attractive and creepy at the same time. Can I sit in it?
Yeah, I think it's like a lazy boy.
Whoa.
You can push more. Oh, it's solid, don't be worried. If you want to get it lower.
Just a second. Oh, man, Sheldon, you go pick. I'm sleeping.
There's a curved glass china cabinet right behind you. Don't recline too hard. I really like the cabinet. Yeah, this looks to be in pretty good condition. Replacement handle. And a little bit of the original finish is starting to lift. The main thing is 3 panels of curved glass.
You have a price in mind?
What do you think, Scott?
I think we could maybe do 400, 450 tops.
Don't break the glass. That's the price of the glass.
Yeah, I know.
I think we can't get any glass
I know.
in there. 450. Good. Okay.
All right.
Another deal.
Thank you.
I take it that the rest of the stuff in here is sort of your good
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Let's head to another room.
Okay. This is supposed to be the kitchen. You can notice that because there's a fridge and the stove, but otherwise.
This is my kind of
I
kitchen.
love this
This is
kitchen.
a guy's kitchen.
You got some old stuff in here, Jean-Pierre. That thing's approaching 150 years old. It is ancient. Look at the stenciling on that.
I love the wheels. Look at the finger joints, Scott.
Yeah, finger jointed. This piece looks like it's hand forged on the end, Sheldon.
Oh, yeah. Done by a wheelwright.
The wheels were amazing on it. Oak wheels, hand forged steel all around. I love that wagon because it's old, it's primitive, it's in the rough, it hasn't been dicked with too much.
I got that a few weeks ago. It was all dusty and dirty.
Yeah. Could we buy that from you?
If there's one thing I'm taking home today, it's that wagon.
You're talking about my favorite item.
I would hope to get it normally for $250 or so.
The price I paid for that, and
Well,
it would be I like it around $500. You know.
if we step up and offer you $4, would that do it?
You know, it's not always the price; it's the
I would-
item. Well, I guess so. It's okay.
I'm shaking quick on that one.
Yeah. Hey, you know
Don't
what?
make me feel sorry.
That made my day because
Oh, yeah?
we're driving back to the prairies
Yeah.
with just a special piece from Quebec.
The guys are great. They know about things. They know I know it. They deal, and I'm a dealer. I like that.
Oh, Scott.
He takes us upstairs in this room that is just filled floor to ceiling with stuff.
Wow.
This is my private.
Oh, are we in the inner sanctum?
Nobody usually comes here, but you know, things are here for a long time.
Say, Jean-Pierre,
Okay, yeah.
would you part
my
with
golf
some
club.
golf clubs? All hickory shafted clubs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like $15 each.
I was thinking more of 50. These 5 right here.
You never think over what I think I am.
Hasn't happened yet.
Pickers.
Yeah, that's where your pickers. Oh, it's okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, that would have been a great toy when it was new. It's a rocket ship, and those are popular. There are guys who collect only space collectibles. American made, but this is a Mark's toy, really rough condition. So what would you want for something like that? You don't want to sell it, do you?
Okay, I'll make you a price, and this time you say yes or no, you don't deal.
Okay.
$50.
How about if I don't negotiate on that, but you give me a really good deal on the Hamilton
Does that mean
beef?
you're gonna negotiate on that?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll start at 100.
45.
I'm at 75.
How about $60?
65.
I said 50 on this.
Yeah. How much did you say?
60. And I give you your 50 for that.
Right.
Done? Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks. You do have a couple lamps here that I like.
Yeah, they're probably from the 50s.
Yeah, maybe even a little earlier than that, but maybe
Yeah.
could be from the 40s. I'm not sure.
Those two you're touching, those are pairs.
It's a matched pair, which is very important when you're buying lamps, because somebody can put them beside a mantelpiece or in a corner. Would you sell me this pair here? They're the better ones. Most of them had 3 rings. These had 4 rings. It also had 4 rings on the bottom and 4 rings on the top.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the last piece I'm gonna sell in this room. 150?
How about 125?
Right.
Let's go clean out the van and see how much room we got.
Okay.
I'm thinking, how are we going to get all this stuff into our truck?
Stand it straight up. Turn it around so that that goes through.
Okay. So everything went in.
See, there's no room left in the van.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so long, partner.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
Keep picking.
Great guy, great prices. I'm coming back. Love that wagon.
We made a friend today, and we made some money. It doesn't get any better than that for us.
We're going to see an appraiser we know in Montreal, Patrick. We're going to take him a couple of lamps that we picked up. Well, Montreal is one of those incredible bastions of modern design and furniture.
There's more modern here than there is in our market.
I'd be interested to see what he thinks in terms of the market in Montreal.
He's an auctioneer. He knows his trade. He knows the market. Here we go. This is the place.
Hopefully, these are getting heavy.
They're very nice. They're in good condition. They're almost new.
The guy had a bunch of them, but they were all a little busted or missing pieces, or they didn't match up. We grabbed the 2 that were a pair.
Most of them are broken because it's aluminum. It's very thin aluminum, so sometimes they're crushed, or some screws are missing. But these ones look very nice. They're in good condition. You made a good deal.
Have you sold anything like this before?
Yeah, usually I sell them. I never sold them in pair. In fact, those lamps are Art Deco period lamps from about 1920, 1925.
Is the market for modern strong?
They are still in style.
How about 125?
I think that a pair like this should sell in the auction between $400 and $600 for the pair.
I think we did well on those. Hey, thank you, Patrick.
Right, it was my pleasure.
Yeah, it was great. But I got one more thing. I want you to look at a really high-end item.
Good, a surprise.
Okay?
I apologize for my partner.
Now look.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, have you ever seen one of those before?
Yeah, but alive.
We got a little friendly bet going. So the bet is how much money did we lose on Skippy? $40.
It's like it's
Okay,
deal.
So what do you think I could sell Skippy for at your
He
auction?
shows up in the middle of the auction and...
I would say around $12.
I didn't lose.
Thank you very much.
I didn't lose as much as I thought. I thought I was going to be down to $2.
If you keep it as a mascot,
He's worth more to me.
$100.
Come on.
You were most kind. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks again.
Nice trip back.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
Poor Skippy.
That was good news.
Yeah, I was quite happy that Patrick was as enthusiastic about those lamps as I am. The only thing I thought he was off base on was the skipster. If I'm not selling him, we're gonna get a recliner for him so he can ride with us.
Yeah, we stop and go to a restaurant. We ask for a table for 3.
Exactly. He's part of the team.
He's part of the team.